Hello friends, welcome back to the Craft Castle. Today we need to do some breathing exercises, some yoga, something before we start this project today, because today I am going to be engraving on real gold jewelry blanks. They are in here. In a previous tutorial I did like a whole bunch of little stainless steel jewelry blanks in preparation for me doing some real gold ones, and today is the day we're going to be doing that. I do have to tell you, I am not somebody that is very patient at all, and I'm actually currently sick. I did just get out of the shower. I ran back to the craft room because I really want to see if this works. And I actually haven't tested any of this out. So this is going to be a whole new thing for me and for you. Kind of have my bearings a little bit straight on what it is that I'm going to need to do for the settings and how to prep my machine, because we did do that. We learned how to do that in the previous tutorial. But as far as whether or not I'm going to mess these up, I have no idea. And I do have to tell you that this is going to be my most expensive experimental craft I have ever done. So if I mess this up, we're talking about a lot of money here. So I'm going to attempt to recreate the necklace that my husband made me years ago. Can we do it? Can I do it? Do you have faith in me? I have been a nervous wreck, which is why I started this out with, we need to start with some breathing exercises and maybe some yoga. We need to set a candle. We need to get the zen going. You think we can do it? I don't know. Okay, I mean, setting up the project isn't going to be hard. It's just going to be all in Xtool. The real experiment is going to be, how in the world are these jewelry blanks going to look after I put some engravings on there? Fingers crossed, let's go. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn on my F1 and my air purifier. Xtool comes with like a thing like this. This is like your L bracket. You just want to put that in. We're going to make sure that everything is lined up straight as can be. So all you do is you just screw in your things just like that, nice and tight. Make sure they're nice and tight so they're not going to move around. Okay, so then what you're going to want to do, I'm going to do the short fat ones because that's the one I have two of. So now taking this thing right here. Okay, so this is going to be hard to see, but there is like a jump ring that's on this little tag. If I put this on here, do you see how it's going to move around a lot? So what I'm going to, just taking a little bit of poster putty, and I'm going to put it on the back side of my tag. It'll make sense here in a second, but I'm going to like leave it from the back side of that hoop right there. And then we're just going to lay this on top like that. Okay, then we're just going to press that down, and so it's nice and level. You want this thing to be nice and level so you get a good engraving. Okay, and you see those two dots right here? You got a blue one and a red one. I'm just going to manually focus this. Bring this up to where the red dot meets the blue dot, right there. All right, I think we're making progress. We're getting there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a text box, and the short fat one is the one that I'm working on. That has my kids' names on it. So I'm going to start with my daughter, and let's see, I'm going to do a different font. I've already chosen the font that I wanted, and it's a downloaded font from Creative Fabrica, and it's called Feminine. It doesn't look very feminine, but that's what it is. Okay, so then this one needs to go upside down because, let's see, this is that original blank that I have. This is where the end is. If I do it like this, like match it up, my daughter's name is going to be upside down. So I need to turn this around upside down. Okay, and then let's just press the frame button. Do you see this rectangle? That's going to be where the engraving is. Obviously, that is way too big. We need it to be small and down. So I'm going to press stop frame, highlight her name, and I'm just going to rearrange this to where it fits on my blank. Press frame. Okay, so now that it is on there, it might be really hard to see, but there is like a blue box that's around the jewelry blank, and I have it pushed up really good and tight against the L of my blank, so it should be nice and even. Okay, the other cool thing about this is if you do this little sprocket, you can change it to outline, and then we can do frame again. And you'll be able to see, I don't know if the camera is gonna pick up all of it, but in person, it actually spells out her name. Okay, that looks good. Okie dokie. Let's take a deep breath. Oh, okay, so I am gonna go over into engrave, and then I'm also gonna go into IR, and then I'm gonna do 100 power and 10 speed. Okay, lines per centimeter, I'm gonna go to 200, and I'm gonna keep it to 1 pass. Now, fingers crossed that this is like the perfect settings that we need to use for this. Hopefully we're good to go. Now I'm gonna press process, and then I'm gonna press start. Going back to my machine, I'm just gonna press the button on the very right of the machine and hope it works. Okay, so before I take it off, I'm just gonna touch it. Oh, yeah, it's on there. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay, cool. Let's just take this off. I didn't even take it off there, but it is. Just look at that. It is engraved in there. And it's like in the metal. Obviously there's no feel-o-vision, but it's like actually engraved in the metal. This looks so freaking cool. Okay. Oh, I'm so freaking excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is the same thing I did before. I'm just gonna turn this. So this was the front. This is my daughter's name. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna put this on the back, that like little poster putty sticky stuff. I'm just gonna put that back there. And then wipe this off. Okay, then I'm gonna put this back in the machine. So that only took 1 minute and 44 seconds. 1 minute and 44 seconds. I got it all set up in my machine. I got it lined up again, looking really good. Okay, so I'm gonna press OK. Now I wanna do my son's name, so I'm just gonna click that. I'm just gonna take my cursor and just drag it over, and I'm gonna put my son's name. Okay, now before we do anything, I want to go to frame again, and I want to make sure, see how now his name is too big for that. So now I'm going to stop framing, and I'm going to resize this. Because it's hard to see with the outline, I'm going to go into that sprocket. I'm going to go to the rectangle again, and then I'm going to press frame. Okay, that looks good. So I had the settings at 100, 10, 200. I left it like that. Because I didn't do anything but change the text, I should not have to change any of my engraving settings. All I have to do is go into process and then press start. And then go to my machine and press that button. That took 1 minute and 22 seconds. It's working. It's working. It's working. So we got my daughter's name here, my son's name here. Oh my gosh. How freaking cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now let's go to the really, really small one, the teeny one of the bunch. It's this long, skinny one. So doing the same thing, I'm just going to use this little bitty piece. I'm gonna jam it up in there, real tight in that corner right there. Making sure it's nice and even and level. Okay, so then this one needs to have my anniversary. So we're gonna press OK. I'm gonna hover over that name, and now I'm gonna put my anniversary. Same thing we did before. We're gonna frame this, and it needs to go smaller too. Frame again. Okay. This one might be a little difficult because it's so teeny. All right. That was really hard because it's really small. I don't know. It seems like it might work. Okay, let's hope for the best. Because I only changed the font and nothing else, get to keep it the same. It's the same type of metal, so it should just engrave like the rest of it. Just press process, then press start. We're taking a deep breath. We're gonna press go. It looks like it works really well. I don't know. It's so teeny, it's hard for me to tell. Oh no, it's actually perfect. It's perfect in the middle. Oh, I actually did a really good job. All right. Okay. All right, so let's turn this over. Doing the same thing. We're going to put this back in the corner, jam it in the corner, just like everything else that we've done. Okay, so let's just do that. Hover over this, and we'll do my last name. Okay, so let's do a frame. I'm going to go to the rectangle. That seems to be easier. Okay, that looks good. So just change the text, didn't change any settings. We're gonna press process, we're gonna press start, we're gonna press go.
Well, don't mess it up.
I'm done.
That's good.
Look at this.
That's good.
Looks real good, huh?
Yeah, did a good job, baby.
I didn't even waste a blank. Isn't that good? That looks real good.
You recreated my masterpiece.
I know. Thanks. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. All right, love you, bye. Okay, so here are the finished pieces. I'm so impressed. Like, absolutely impressed with it. So this is like, it's in there. It's actually like marked in there. It just looks so freaking pretty. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so I have the original necklace. It's right here. It had the family tree, so it was stacked like this. Now, the jump rings that are on this one, they're like solid on there because it's real gold, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to unhinge those. So for the time being, I'm just gonna use one of these like stainless steel ones that I have. I know, this is like blasphemy, but just to be able to wear it. Here's that one, that one. We'll do that, and then we're gonna put this one on top, just like that. Okay, now I'm just going to close these back up together. Yep, obsessed. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just made this. This is like one of those things, and I didn't even mess up. This is like the craziest part about it, is I didn't even mess up once. Can you believe that? It was all that practice. It was the practicing we did with the stainless silver blanks that gave me enough confidence to be able to do this. Now, all right, there we go. Who's obsessed? Are you obsessed with this? I'm obsessed with this. It's exactly what I've been wanting. Oh my gosh. Yay! Look at that. How freaking cute. All right, y'all, I sure hope I inspired you to create, and now we can finally take a deep breath and relax. And I hope to see you later.